And a very good evening to you, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well. I'm in West Wycombe now. I'm on my holiday here for a few days, and we're going to see the sunset as well as the beautiful landscape. How's everyone doing? I hope you've all had a good Sunday. Nice Sunday dinner. I've had fish and chips myself, so I am fed and fairly content. So can't ask for more than that, can you? Just over this way is another view, and over to your right on the video is West Wycombe Church, Church of St Lawrence. And of course you can hear the bird song, so that goes without saying, doesn't it? And down there is where I'm staying. Very nice. Go back over this way. A lot of people have obviously come to see the sunset. This is a viewpoint, shall we say. We do come from a lovely country, don't we? In some regards, it's a beautiful country. There it goes. We'll stand quietly for a minute and just take in the view and listen to the bird song. I know, quiet, aren't I, for London, Luke? Countryside has that effect on me. In a little while we'll walk through to the churchyard of St Lawrence, which I've already covered. I didn't have time to do a churchyard tour on my last visit, so I've covered that one. There's some interesting people buried here. And then we'll have a little walk through it of an evening. Probably my last night here. I'll be up here quite late at the Dashwood Mausoleum doing a paranormal investigation. If that's your cup of tea, tune in and watch. I've got my SB7 spirit box with me. I bought a brand new speaker, which is fairly impressively loud. The other one broke. An EM pump, that's pretty good. It basically throws out electromagnetic energy. It's a custom made thing I had made from a guy off of eBay. And that, when you turn it on, it does seem to ramp things up a little bit. With the SB7 spirit box, you can have it just on static white noise, which is like your, you know, from your radio kind of thing, or sweeping, like going like that. Have it sweeping forward fairly fast. If you pick up an intelligent sentence over several sweeps, it's more than likely to be paranormal. Whereas if you just pick up like that, that's going to be a bit of radio interference. But I have a Faraday pouch which I put my SB7 spirit box inside, which helps lower the radio interference on that. And rather than doing a forward sweep, I've had good results from doing a backward sweep on it. So if you do get anything intelligible going backwards, it shouldn't be, well, if it's radio, it should be heard backwards. So if it's intelligible, then it's likely to be paranormal. Because you've got Sir Francis Dashwood and the Hellfire Club, and of course the churchyard itself, which is rumoured to be haunted by a man that's been seen in 18th century clothing in a tricorn hat. He's been seen a few times over the years, and even doffed his hat to a lady once in the 1950s. And this was no, as the someone described it to me, this was no flouncy-headed idiotic woman. She was a good stout country woman and a church warden as well, with pretty good mind. So it makes you wonder. I can hear sheep. Praise be to God, I can't smell them. How peaceful was that, eh? Well, the sun has gone below the horizon now, and we shall make our way into the churchyard of St Lawrence for a little evening view of the church. Exterior, of course. This church is only open on certain days. It's the services are held down in the High Street in a church not too far from where I'm staying. Church numbers have dropped rapidly over time, and well, this is one that's a bit of a trek, particularly if you come on foot. But I shall call up the church warden and ask, because you never know. You don't ask, you don't get, my fine young lad, as old Fred would have said to me. West Wycombe churchyard. Here we are. Note the defibrillator there for people that climb up on foot, and the convenient burial space as well for them as don't make it. Here we are. Up in that dome, or that ball there, There are the windows, and here is its door. That door opens up, and it can seat 10 or 12 men inside. Used for astronomical purposes and purposes Hellfire Club. So it said. And said that Sir Francis Dashwood would signal to a friend of his many miles away from up there. I did cover that in my last visit when I covered the exterior of the church and some public domain interior photos. We went round this way last time. We're going to go a different way because I have had a good look round. I climbed up here, sat here very quietly. I know. If my mum watches that, she'll be thinking someone's drugged him or hit him on the head, or he's feeling unwell. Place like this, you can't help but sit and contemplate and soak it up, can you? It's just peaceful. Dr. Samuel Johnson said, a man that is tired of London is tired of life, for London has everything that life can afford. Yes, well, Happiness has grown a little bit tired. Of London, not life. I've got things to do yet, so... Isn't that beautiful? Look. This is a two-parter. This one, not as in two separate videos. You'll have a part 1 and a part 2 to this. I'll pause you in a little while, and then you're going to join me later on tonight down in the village. Crescent moon. I can take really good moon photographs with this phone. It's one of its features that it's renowned for, that it can take very good astronomical photography. Light pollution in London and cloud last night and the night before. I haven't really seen the Northern Lights. And we walk around this way. To the Dashwood Mausoleum. Covered in our churchyard tour, actually, at the end. We actually got to see some of the names on some of the memorials in here. And interestingly enough, if you are morbidity factor times 10, as I am, no, it's over here, you can see it better through here. I noticed it this time, look. There's a door. So that must lead down into vaults. So rather than the Dashwoods being buried in graves in the ground as conventionally churchyard, this must be, or have some mausoleum or vault in it, and that's its access point, just there. And these, and a good 14.5 stone of weight, are what stopped me. If I was very skinny, I know someone who's skinny enough that could fit through that. I'm not that person. We are. We shall end off our little tour while we're at the Dashwood's Mausoleum before we go back down into West Wycombe High Street. West Wycombe Park, the place where Sir Francis Dashwood died. Sir Francis Dashwood was born in London and died here. So, interesting man, Sir Francis Dashwood. Apart from, obviously, the Hellfire Cave connections, is that, of course, but other stuff as well. Did a lot of good works in the local area when there was no work about. Sir Francis Dashwood arranged it, that work schemes were set up for people like the Hellfire Caves, digging them out. So, and just there is where I'm staying, and it isn't that long a walk down there really. It takes about 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes going up. I should imagine it'd be short going down. Anyway, that's where you're going to join me next, and it'll be a bit later, and I hope you'll all enjoy a little nighttime stroll through the high street of West Wycombe. See you there. Good evening, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well. And this is the high street, West Wycombe. Nice little picture box church in there. Some beautiful old houses. Tudor, and the George and Dragon where I'm staying, 1720s, which I shall show you soon. West Wycombe Village Hall. You will see this again by day. Just a little creepy-esque nighttime wander down the high street. This building here is a delight. It really is. I shall enjoy showing it to you by daytime. And it leads around to something even more delightful. Church Lane. Little old lane. Lined with some beautiful old buildings. I'm not sure what this one is, or if indeed it is open in the daytime, I mean. And this, my dears, is the George and Dragon where I'm staying, and that is my room, and I have the George and Dragon sign right by my window. You will see the room. Beautiful pub. West Wycombe Post Office and shops. There are a couple of little pubs here as well. Artisan jewellery through there. The Swan we're looking at here. The Apple Orchard. They do coffees and breakfasts and stuff in there apparently, which I shall try out. The Swan. We have 3 pubs in one tiny little high street. This is the old chapel house. And looking back from where we've come. Trust me, it's even prettier by day. And we are literally only yards away from tomorrow's location. West Wycombe Park, which is the home of Sir Francis Dashwood. This here... Ooh, I nearly walked into the fence. That's how dark it is, look. I nearly walked through there. Down there is another alleyway. And that one is said to be haunted. And it's said to be haunted by someone fairly unpleasant. Has the feeling that people get down there is not nice. So I've not got a far walk to tomorrow's location, West Wycombe Park. It says it's open online, so fingers crossed. And this, around here, down that dark country lane, is the Hellfire Caves. Over there is the kitchen garden for West Wycombe Park. Walled kitchen garden, which is now a cafe. So that should be nice. They also serve coffee and nice foods and things. So I'll pause you a sec and then you'll join me back at the George. And here we are, back at the George and Dragon, home for the next few days. We shall cross over. I'll show you the room. You'll get a proper tour of the pub in the daytime. It's got some nice features actually. Proper coaching in. We were just walking through the gates through which the horses would have come. Take my hat off and we shall go inside. This is me room 5, so I'll pause you a minute. And in we go. And this is home for the next few days. Nice fireplace, which can't be used, I'm afraid. It's keeping my chocolate nice and cool though, being cast iron. One of the original old beams that runs above where I sleep. Privy. And a little shower cubicle.
It's time to set sail with the Lucky Admiral. Visit luckyadmiral.com and discover loads of online and mobile casino games, blackjack.
And as I said, you've got proper old sash windows that you have to push up as well. So, you've got the Plough just there, which is one of the smallest pubs. And as I said, just above my window, George and Dragon. And that is the end of our little video series here. You'll catch this little high street and village, or whatever you want to call it, in the daytime next. I like to do that sometimes, show different aspects of places. I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all tomorrow.